Hello and welcome to the Absolute Gamecast. After the last video, I finally decided to play Summoner's War, and while I haven't finished it yet, I think I'm pretty close and I have had a fun time with it so far. For those who don't know Summoner's War, it's a mobile RPG developed and published by Com2uS and was the predecessor to the discontinued Skylanders Ring of Heroes developed by the same team. As mentioned in the previous video, I played Ring of Heroes in the early days, and during that time, a common criticism I saw for the game was that it was too similar to Summoner's War, feeling like just a simple reskin with Skylanders added for free marketing. After finally checking out the game, I can say that while there are similarities between them that I'll get into later, I don't think it's a huge deal, seeing as this game came first, and as a game developer, I know that some developers or studios have a style or genre they're more comfortable with, so the fact they're similar means that they're able to use their expertise to try and make the best RPG they can. I'm gonna get into more detail now, but even though there won't really be spoilers since I haven't finished the game, if you want to check it out blind yourself, please come back and watch this video after you've done that. The story of the game is pretty simple overall. Humans with the ability to summon and control monsters start fighting each other over resources, resulting in a massive war breaking out that lasts for 100 years. Then an arena is established to allow summoners to hash out their conflicts in moderated combat. A few years later, a powerful magic relic called the Mana Crystal was stolen by a group of villains, and now it's up to you to stop them and retrieve the Mana Crystal they stole. As previously mentioned, the story is pretty simple, so there's not much to say here, but I think it's still a good story for this game regardless. Let's move on to the gameplay now. Starting on the gameplay, it does share a lot of similarities with Ring of Heroes, both the original and revamped version, so I'll keep the summary of the similar parts brief. You typically have 4 team members, although some special stages in this game allow you to use more. You go up against a horde of various enemies and fight your way through lowering their HP, clearing each world in the main story campaign to finish the game. The game also features much of the same side content in Ring of Heroes, a clan system, PvP arena, and more. However, there are also many new modes that are unique to this game, such as the Tartarus Labyrinth, where you fight your way down layer by layer, fighting harder and harder enemies to reach the bottom, and secret dungeons you can battle in to unlock some new characters. There's also a feature in this game that was in Ring of Heroes but was removed in the revamp, which is that there's a customizable overworld like Clash of Clans that allows you to remove and place structures to generate certain resources and other types of items, as well as serving as various shops to buy extra items you might need for characters. In battles, there are 4 elemental attributes: water, fire, wind, light, and dark, each with their own strengths and weaknesses. I like this type chart because it's nice and simple to understand, although similar to when I played Ring of Heroes, I do wish light and dark were given more strengths since they're only strong against each other, which cancels out their importance in my eyes, because the one thing they're strong against can also wipe the floor with them, so it comes down to a dice roll and a lot of grinding. Speaking of grinding, one of the biggest praises I have for the game is that at least in normal mode, I don't feel like I had to do too much of it in this game. Most of the time, my characters were able to handle enemies that over-leveled them by a decent margin, which is something I was happy to see. I really enjoyed playing this game, and while I want to make it clear I don't believe Ring of Heroes was a carbon copy of this game just because it was made by the same dev team and has a few similarities, I would recommend anyone who misses it that hasn't already to play this game, since it has the same charm and atmosphere as Ring of Heroes and can serve as a nostalgic experience for those who enjoyed it while it was still around. With all that being said, that brings us to the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. Not gonna force you, do what you want. Thanks for tuning in, and that's the video. Bye.